box is built by iRacers for iRacers, for use in league and hosted races.
Connected to iRacing simulation.
The goal? To make race control as easy as possible. Each admin box features pre-programmed commands, no key binding. Get your discount code and go to adminbox.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Push the Edge Productions. My name is Christopher Maxwell here, alongside me, Greg Thilesen and Tyler Daniels. Here to bring you the Inspired Racing League Thunder Series. Here today at the beautiful Watkins, Glen. Go ahead and give Greg the floor here to introduce you all to Push the Edge Productions. Greg, take it away.
Hello, everyone, and welcome here to Watkins, Glen again, the Inspired Racing League, the Thunder Series, here in the Advanced Auto Parts cars here tonight. Looking like it's going to be a real fun one. We got 54 laps around the Watkins Glen International Speedway here tonight. I want to give a big thank you to the partners and sponsors here at the Inspired Racing League. Big thank you to Inspired Marketing LLC. As well, big thank you to Push the Edge Productions. Really glad we could be doing this here for you guys. Big shout out to Bright Flame Counseling. Admin box, make sure you check out your Gen 3, Gen 4 admin box. Great for all your administration needs here on iRacing, from hosted to league sessions. It's a great piece of hardware.
Absolutely, Greg. Well, Greg, we talked about when we signed off on Wednesday, we weren't sure what was going to happen, but we're back here with Push the Edge Productions, and Inspired Racing League thought we did so well, they brought us on for two other series races with them.
I am super, super excited to be here. Yeah, normally only on the Wednesday night there with the Platinum Truck Series, but we've migrated. We are over here Mondays with the Thunder Series. And then on Saturdays, we're going to be over with the Cup Series, or excuse me,
other way around, Greg.
Saturday here with the Thunder Series and Monday with the Cup Series, excuse me.
Absolutely, Greg. Well, it is exciting to be here, but let's do enough of the jibber jabbering. It's time to go racing. They're on track, get ready to qualify.
About 5 minutes remaining left in the session. These drivers strapping in those cars, about to start, laying down some qualifying times. Super excited to see what these guys do out in these O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series cars. I do want to give a big shout out. Tyler Daniels here with us today. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, Greg? Thanks for having me, man.
A lot of on-sim experience, in-race experience, from oval to road course, a little bit of everything. Great to have some eyes in the ears out here in the server with a lot of experience. Again, real-world sim racing, so going to be a great addition to our broadcast tonight as well. Tyler Daniels, thank you for being here, buddy.
Yeah, man, super excited to bring a little bit of insight and hopefully make the broadcast a little bit more enjoyable for everybody watching tonight.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Greg.
Big thank you to that partner of mine, Chris. I was about to say thank you to Christopher Maxwell as well, leading us off here into this Inspired Racing League Thunder Series here on Saturday night. We're in prime time now, baby.
Yes, sir, we are. We're live not only here on the Inspired Racing League YouTube channel, but our own YouTube channel with the Push the Edge Productions, and we're live on Facebook. So if you are on the road and maybe YouTube isn't most convenient, maybe it's easier to pull us up on Facebook, pull us up there. We're all over now. So be sure to subscribe not only to our YouTube channel, or follow our Facebook, subscribe to the Inspired Racing League YouTube channel, so you don't miss any of the action. We will be sure to keep you up to date with any news for any of our broadcasts. So as we get started here, we're right now watching the number 13 of Travis Farmer put down his qualifying lap. see what he can put down. The total, right? I don't know the exact total number of drivers, as I'm terrible with numbers, it seems. But we got quite a few drivers in here tonight, and as well, actually, let's go ahead and look real quick here. We have a cool little deal here now, folks. So we'll go ahead and pull this up here, and we have a cool deal that I actually made. I wanted to do something interesting to kind of add some flair, but we'll go ahead and pull him up here. Go ahead and pull this up. We have driver cams now, so that's something we were testing out at over at Fearless Broadcasting before we moved over, but it's fully official now, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll go ahead and get this going. So, as you see here, folks, we'll go ahead.
Qualifying, rolling in here. Travis Farmer jumping up to the top of the board. We got Cade Steele Cannon sitting there in second. Hayden Williams, Daniel Lehman, Ty Wilson jumping up there in the top 5. Ty Stone, Paul Cox. We got a few other drivers out on track as well, making their round. Sorry, we're trying to resize it here live. Of course, the feed just coming to us as we getting going.
So there you have the 50.
Rob Willite.
Yeah, the 50th Rob Willite, who's putting down his qualifying laps. He's providing us with driver camera footage from his sim rig, so we will see what he does. So that's great camera footage to put over. There we go. It's there now. So now we have great camera footage to offer you of all these lovely drivers. So Rob, the only one that signed up today for driver camp, so we'll see. We'll be sure to add in more driver camps as the week goes on and more races happen. But as you see Rob coming across the start-finish line, Rob going to be qualifying in 9th right now. And go ahead.
And it looks like these are the Xfinity cars. They're labeled Xfinity on my screen.
They are labeled
Teresa out in chat.
They are labeled
Xfinity. So these might be the older cars.
They might be, actually. So as we continue here, we'll see if there's any more drivers on track. It looks like almost every driver. We got Elijah Fisher here in the 16 car. See what he can put down. So looks like we got everybody qualifying here. So yeah. What are the points coming in tonight? Well, glad you asked. Let's go ahead and take a look at your points season standings here, folks. We'll go ahead and pull these up real quick as we get ready to go to the grid. So while I pull these up, I'll have Mr. Greg here run us through our grid.
Starting off on that pole, Austin Hund, Travis Farmer to his... No, that's not correct. Austin Hund out front. It looks like scored number 1. Travis Farmer, Hayden Williams, Ethan S., Daniel Lehman, Cade Cannon, going to be your top 6. Elijah Fisher starting 7th. Ty Stone, Robert Willite, Ty Wilson, your top 10.
Absolutely. We'll go to that next page.
Looks like Paul Cox going to be rolling off here 11th. Pacey Wygant there in 12th. Aaron Stanton 13th. Jackson Hadaway, Trent Green, Matt Sidars, Bobby Hadaway, William Carter, and Ryan Hinderler rounding out our field of Xfinity cars here tonight. 54 laps around the Watkins Glen International Speedway. The Goal Bowling 150, I think, held here for the big boys. Super excited. The grid there on the line. They're getting ready to start pacing here.
Absolutely, Greg. And, Watkins Glen is such an interesting track. One of the many road courses we have throughout the great season. And, it's definitely going to be interesting because you're going to see people that maybe understand their cars better than others and know how to do the twists and turns. So we will have to see what happens here.
Super excited. The field rolling to a start here. We're beginning pace laps. That light already out on the pace truck. We're going to get rolling this first lap. We come to green. Super excited about that. We see out front Travis Farmer, Austin Hunt leading the way here tonight on that front row. But we are talking points. It looks like, from what I can tell, Peyton Boyle out in front, Jordan Herring.
No, that's the Truck Series points. I got him here.
Okay.
All right. So we're looking at your P1 position. That's going to be Aaron Stanton. Aaron Stanton of the Thunder Series is going to be starting us off here for race 33. You got in second place behind him by 466 points. You got Colton Hunty Ward. Third place. You got Elijah Fisher behind him by 74 points. Next up, you got Mike Hauser in the fourth place point standings behind Elijah by 74 points. And then jumping to fifth, you got Travis Farmer currently sitting minus 642 points. Big points gaps sitting currently here in the Thunder Series.
Looking forward to the rest of the season. These Xfinity cars definitely gonna be fun here tonight. Twist and the turns here at Watkins Glen. Super excited to see what these guys do over here to different kind of car. Only see what they've done over at the Platinum Truck Series there on Wednesdays. Travis Farmer up front, leading on that outside. Hunt gonna be taken off on the lead. As the leader, hopefully he gets a good run, because that outside lane not dominant. Of course, that first turn here at Watkins Glen, a big right-hander, nice and tight. See how these drivers get down into turn one here.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the start of Watkins Glen is always interesting because, oh, there go one more, but the start of Watkins Glen always interesting though, because you start off on this long straightaway and you go straight into the first quarter, and it's always interesting to watch these drivers go into that first quarter because you have to be wary of it. Because
a lot of room to run off there in turn one, as well as you see a big area off to the left driver's side there. A little bit of runoff, but you don't want to get those tires up on those curbs more than you have to, because that definitely will unsettle the car.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that is one thing that does happen often. You see, especially in these Xfinity cars, you know, the car gets unsettled and it just go wide, and they lose so much momentum too. You'll see some drivers purposely go out there just a tad bit, but they're not going to go all the way out there. If they do swing all the way out there, it's only because they overdrive the corner.
Yeah, guys, if I can, one really cool aspect to this racetrack, and it took me going out and walking the track one day to really see the difference here. But the elevation change throughout the entire track is crazy. It's a huge drop going down to turn one, right? And then obviously coming back through the carousel is another big elevation change, and it really messes with the dynamics of the cars more than you would expect. And driving it, you still don't see it as much as you would expect, and even, you know, on TV, you still can't tell as much as it really is there. It's a crazy change in the track all the way around, not just, you know, one or two corners, but it's constantly every corner of the track is a crazy elevation change.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of off camber too, and really puts the car down into some load there through some of these corners.
Absolutely. As we coming towards the start finish line here very shortly, going to be making this left hand turn down the straight, and then another right hand turn going down the front stretch. So who's your picks tonight, guys?
So a little promotion here. We're gonna cut it off lap 27, so about halfway. But we're gonna guess who picks third. The winner here in chat, jump in chat, say who you think's gonna come home third tonight. Might come home with a W pack, W Energy. Green flag out here for the Inspired Racing League Thunder Series here at Watkins Glen. Farmer out on that outside, trying to get around that Hunt. machine. Unfortunately, really wide. Looks like he's trying to keep that momentum built up here. Trying to enter the S's really fast with some speed and momentum.
Absolutely. You know, as you see HUD getting into the lead early, but Austin HUD getting into the lead early in front of Travis Farmer. And you'll see here, as they come to the bus stop, it's going to be interesting. Oh, you got a car doing some off-road there for a second. So, as you see, going through the bus stop, they're trying to carry as much momentum possible through here. As, oh, we have a car that went through. That went through the bus stop, so we'll have to go ahead and check on them. But as we continue here, HUD going wide there for a second. Wow. We'll go ahead and see.
That battle for the race lead heating up, though. Farmer in that 13, sitting there in second, not content sitting there. That 84 out in front. They are battling up here.
Yeah, they are. And you know, what's interesting about road courses too, Greg, is, you know, you're not going to see a lot of your close battles that you would see in a lot of our. Oh, looks like there's an incident back here with Ty Stone. Ty Stone goes around. Let's see what happened there.
The 12 around. Oh no. Still green flag. I see all the cars still running local cautions here at Watkins Glen. Of course, a road course here.
Oh,
see that 12 all by himself, locking it down though. No contact with anybody.
Nope, no contact. So he stays green. We'll go ahead and go back here live. Your live race here. Looking at Austin HUD still up front here. Oh, wow. Austin HUD off-roading it a little bit.
I want to give a big thank you to everybody out here in the chat checking us out. Thank you so much for being here. Again, Greg Thilesen up in the booth. I am joined here with Chris Maxwell, our special guest here tonight, Tyler Daniels. You are here watching the Inspired Racing League Thunder Series. They are taking on the Watkins Glen International here tonight in the Xfinity cars. We see lap number 3 complete here this time by. Want to give a big thank you though, everybody here live out in the chat. I see you guys all out there. Big thank you to Teresa Harvick to win out there. Emma, what's up? Also want to say a big thank you to anybody watching on the recorded video. Hope you guys having a great night, enjoying some live action here with the Inspired Racing League.
Absolutely, Greg. You know, what people don't realize is how hard it is to really get something like this set up in the short amount of time that me and you actually got set up too. You know, I think we had a turnaround time of 3-4 days, I think, to get this all set up.
Yeah, a few gremlins, of course, always running around in the paddock. There's going to be a few things we still got to tweak, but I definitely looking really good out here tonight. Big thank you then again, Chris, doing a lot of the legwork here with all the custom coding, a lot of new graphics here, the ticker down on the bottom. Hope you guys really enjoy the new product. We're looking really good here, but
wow.
Coming out of the last turn out front, I see that leader Hunt putting some distance out in front of that 13 of Farmer.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go. You see Farmer here in the 13 car trying to keep on the bumper, but just not able to. Then you got a good battle right here between Hayden Williams and Ethan S here. Side by side battle going into the corner. It looks like Ethan gonna be able to get around him. Who's gonna get it out of the bus stop?
Aaron Stanton had a little bit of a moment back there. I think he spun out or came to a stop. He almost had major contact there too. I think he was running 4th or 5th at the time, but he's back in single file now.
Yeah, absolutely. As they continue.
Hayden Williams, number 1. They're chasing the 94. Looking like he's right on that back bumper. Does that air really make a difference here like it does at an oval, Tyler?
No, not like it does at an oval. It still has an effect, but it's nothing close to the aerodynamics that you would experience on an oval when you get side by side or even close to nose to tail with somebody.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. You know, one thing I want to look at here, our biggest mover of the race so far going to be in that 8th place position. That's going to be the number 807 of Trent Green here. Trent Green up 7 positions from the start of this race. So good moves by him. See if he can go up higher. You know, Tyler, as our professional race car driver here in the booth, what is the fuel window normally here at Watkins Glen, especially on 100% like this, like they are here tonight?
Oh man, it's been so long since I've been in these O'Reilly cars. I am not sure what their fuel window might be. I have to do a little bit of research into that.
Yeah, definitely going to be interesting. 54 laps here, so we'll have to see. Maybe we'll definitely do some research, see what we can figure out for you guys. But as we continue here, I want to say thank you all so much for being a part of our broadcast and supporting us, whether you're on the Inspired Racing League YouTube channel, the Push the Edge Productions YouTube channel, or over on our Facebook. You can catch all the action live on any three of the platforms, but we will be shortly, once we get approved, we'll also be live on TikTok. So if you enjoy...
Excited there to be on all the different platforms, streaming live, all the action. Lap number 6 complete here. Let's take another ask. I want to ask the chat one quick question. Who's going to finish third? Sitting in third right now is that Ethan Sorowski. And that 94, is that who's going to come home in third? Or what do you got? I'm going to put my bet there on the 07 Trent Green. He's currently back in the 8th spot, but I have a feeling he's made his way a little bit forward, back from 15th. So let's see. I think he's going to come home with a podium. Trent Green in that 07.
Yeah, that's definitely one to keep an eye on. Absolutely, Greg. You know, he's currently up 7 positions. But, you know, one thing I want to look at, you know, let's go ahead and check in on Mr. Rob here. Rob rocking our driver cam tonight. So let's see how Rob's doing here in the number 15, currently in the 12th place position. You know, looks pretty focused there, don't you say?
You guys want to check it out? Battle for second place looks to be heating up right now.
Battle for second. Let's go ahead and look at that. Battle for second here. Go ahead and turn this off. Yeah, it is. Ethan Sikorsky making quick work of catching up to Travis Farmer here, so it's definitely going to be interesting here.
Ethan looks to be really strong on entry everywhere we're at, and I did a little bit of research. It looks like these guys are going to go probably somewhere between 35 to 38 laps, I'm thinking, on fuel, so their best bet, you know, with the cautions being not too big of a factor in these races, you're probably going to want to split the race length in half if you can.
Yeah.
It's going to help a lot with your tires as well. You should try not to keep the ball off and get too extreme.
Yeah, that's another question I got. How do tires play an effect here at these road courses? Oh wow, Paul Cox having an issue. Sorry. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened there for Paul Cox. Roll it back here. Paul Cox in the number 24 here, rolling through the corners. Oh, just get a little loose going into the corner, off-roaded a little, and oh wow.
Wow.
Brushing the guardrail and keep her going though, so that's good.
Looks like not a lot of damage there for that 24, so very lucky. Brief contact there with that Armco barrier on the inside, so super excited it wasn't any more damage than that, because these road courses definitely a test for your suspension. Turning left, turning right, it's very important to keep that car pointed exactly where you want it to go.
Absolutely. And
big problems up front. Big problems.
He is stuck in the grass. The 24 involved in that one as well. Yellow flag flying out for the first time here tonight. Multiple cars involved in that one. We're gonna have to take a look back at that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just about to say before Austin Hudd passed him that Paul Cox was right in front of the leaders. So let's take a look and see what happened there. See if we can get a good camera angle here. Here is Paul Cox, number 24, running the inside here. Just try to stay out of the way, I think. Oh, wow. Wow. Let's see if we can get a better angle there. This unfortunate victim of circumstances there. Let's see. A good angle. Oh, just wow.
Mm.
Yo, we got the chopper cam. Slowing up and just bumps him out of the way, and he oh no. Victim of
Not too
circumstances.
sure where these guys thought they were going.
Yeah, the speed difference on that one definitely coming into play. The 24 just not as fast as those leaders there. And fortunately, those are the leaders out front.
Absolutely. You know, you hate to see, if you're Travis Barber, you hate to see that falling all the way back to the 7th place position. So you hate to see that if you're Travis Barber. If you're Ethan, I don't think you're too worried about that one. Ethan now's in the 2nd place position here under caution.
Well, the problem is that they both probably acquired some damage from that, so I wouldn't be too surprised if, depending on what Ethan's diagnosing his car with right now, he may have to come down pit road and get a little bit of repairs made.
Absolutely, he might have to. You know, absolutely. So as we continue here, folks, you know, you have to wonder what damage was obtained through that, and what damage is worth fixing. You know, by pitting, every driver besides the driver of Paul Cox in the 18th position is on the lead lap. So is it worth it to pit and fall back all the way to 17th position if you choose to fix the damage?
I think for those two guys, it will be worth it.
The track.
Sorry, Greg.
No, go ahead. The track position, I don't think so important with so many laps out here being a road course. I think the fresh set of tires is going to be important. And now all the drivers coming down, getting some work done and some fresh tires. So definitely going to be a smart move to make your way down to pit lane down here. Seeing the 16, he did not make a stop, but most of the drivers making their way down pit lane. See a lot of drivers following that number 95.
Absolutely. As
one thing we're gonna want to note here and pay attention to, it's gonna be close, and definitely gonna be possible if we get another caution. But these guys may be able to make it here on fuel. I don't know if tires will be hold up long enough. I think they should, especially if you're pacing yourself a little bit. But they're right on the window right now. Once we go back green, of whether or not they can run the rest of this race out on fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Austin Hund winning the race off of pit road with Ethan behind him, Pacey Wignett behind Ethan, Hayden behind Pacey, and Aaron behind Hayden. So Elijah Fisher and Trent Green staying out. So it's definitely going to be interesting to say the least.
Some strategy going to be coming into play.
Yeah, definitely will. Ethan was definitely putting the pressure on Travis there before the incident. So I would obviously keep your eyes out on the front guys here with these guys that are going to be on older tires. Ethan may have a car challenging for the guy who's been in our top spot this whole time for Austin. So definitely keep an eye on your front 4 or 5 cars on this restart here.
Yeah,
you see those lights still out on the pace car. We got another lap around here. We're going to see these cars stack back up, double file. Let's look at the biggest movers there on the tower real quick if we can there, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. Biggest mover right now in this race, Curly, the number 07 of Trent Green, up 13 positions by choosing to stay out there. So it's interesting to say the least.
A little bit of that strategy coming into play. We'll see if it works out, if it doesn't. Still early, only 10 laps here complete. So maybe he was taking care of his tires. He didn't really need to pit. He didn't get involved in anything, but we will see a lot of strategy come into play. We see also Pacey Wygen, that 00. He's up 7, back in 5th. Aaron Stanton, the 27. He's up 6 positions, up in 7th. So a few drivers having a good night so far. Of course, Fisher in the 16. He's up 6 spots, so a majority of that top 10 on the move up, not quite on the move down. Williams and Hund going to be back on the fight to get back out front, looking to go back. Green flag racing. That pace lights are back out, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we get going here, I want to take some time to thank our partners that support Push the Edge Productions and took the time to support us. Thank you to our friends over at Bright Flame Consulting. They have really put some trust in us to offer great production quality, so thank you to their support. And thank you to our friends over at Admin Box. If you're needing to better your race control system, check out Admin Box today. They're a good piece of equipment, almost like a Stream Deck, but less work. They already are pre-configured for you, ready to rock out of the box. So definitely check out an Admin Box today. If you do race control, if you do league management, it definitely would save you some time.
Want to give a big thank you there as well to Inspired Marketing LLC, of course, one of the big sponsors here at Inspired Racing League. The Thunder Series about to roll back to green flag racing. Fisher out in front. I'm interested to see if that 16 can hold on out in front, because I'm really curious here if those old tires are going to work out. Trent Green to his outside. We're going to see coming out of that final turn down the front stretch. Here shortly, we are about to go green flag.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. You know, it's going to be definitely interesting to say the least, to see what happens. You got two cars, older tires, and you got everybody else with new tires and a fresh tank of gas. So they're going to have a little bit more downforce by the gas in their car and new rubber. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see. What do you think is going to happen, Tyler?
I'm gonna be keeping an eye on my front two guys right now, because one thing that I'm hoping that they've thought about is maybe changing that brake bias. You got some old tires, you got some cold tires that are, you know, worn out a little bit. You got to watch that brake slide going down into one. It's
that pace truck off and the field under green here. We are back racing at Watkins, Glen here with the Thunder Series and the Inspired Racing League. Fisher and Green with a good start, but that 94. He's been up front there today, looking to take advantage to the outside. Stack up there in the back. Wow, the 16 gets the lead and hangs on 3 wide. Back in the field, 3 wide, side by side as we go up the S's, down that long back stretch here in front of us. Let's see what can happen here at the hairpin.
Absolutely.
Ethan just needs to be patient here. He's definitely got the speed. It'll come to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little bit of tire lock up there getting in the bus stop.
Oh, wow, we have an incident behind us.
Oh, big wreck.
2 cars back there spinning. Yellow flag out here. We are back under caution conditions.
Let's see what happened back here. We're looking at the 23 car. This is Ryan Hiddler. And, just locks him up, losing control, gets it back going again. And what happened to these guys? Let's see what happened over here. We had some other people have incidents as well. Oh, I see the 13 car. This is not good.
Travis.
Is it Travis again? It does not say it's Travis, but we'll see. Oh, wow. Up in front. Car getting loose and, oh, boy. Wow.
Not clear, brother. Not clear.
Not clear
Yeah,
indeed.
that is multiple cars involved all over the racetrack. Just nowhere to go. And incident number 2, caution number 2 coming out here tonight in the Inspired Racing League. We see Fisher still out front in that 16. The 94 sitting in second of Ethan Sorosky, and Trent Green up top in the top 3. Pacey Wygant, Aaron Stanton, going to be your top 5 rolling into this caution flag. Think any more cars thinking about making a pit stop? We're under yellow here again, so not really using that much of that tire. How much are they conserving? Maybe they're going to try to play even more strategy and ride it a little long.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. You know, it's also important to talk about that, you know, you still have Elijah Fisher out front, but now you're going to have the 94 to his outside instead of being behind him. So it's no longer fresh tire guys behind the old tire guys. It's side by side. Elijah going to have a really good restart and get in front of that 94 car if he wants to fend him off, I think.
Another thing to think about here is it kind of hurts the 16 if you're anticipating the rest of the race to, you know, hopefully not have too many more cautions, if any at all. The 16 is one of the cars that's going to have to pit again. This caution does nothing but help, you know, Ethan and the guys that came down the first pit cycle there. So another thing to keep in mind is as these caution laps come in, it's just extending how far those guys can go on fuel that made that stop earlier compared to the couple guys that stayed out. This is not necessarily what they want to see for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to check back in there with chat. Big thank you to all you guys out here communicating with us out there on our Facebook, on Inspired iRacing League's YouTube and our YouTube here at Push the Edge Productions. Want to give a big thank out. I see Raging Idiot Racing Network out there. Big thank you, buddy. He's saying, look at Aaron go. And Jackson got cannoned, of course. Oh, no, unfortunately. But looking to get back green flag racing here soon. I'm super excited. These drivers all putting it on the line here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. You know, it's definitely interesting to see how they respond to everything and how they work this track. And it's definitely going to be interesting to see, nonetheless, everything they do. But as we continue here, you have to wonder, you know, what thoughts are going through the drivers' heads, especially coming to a situation like this. You just had pit stops and you're back under caution right after pit stops. So, you know, Tyler, what would be going through your mind right now if you were driving in this?
Get it together, boys. What are we doing? Let's get some green flag laps in here. Let's you know, that's really the frustration about it, especially for the guys that stayed out earlier. They want to get this green flag run in. They want the other guys to have to pit for a second time when they have to pit later. So it's definitely frustrating. You want to get as many green flag laps in as early as you can as well. So these guys are. I guarantee you, it's going to get spicy here in a minute. Everybody's got a little bit of pent up aggression right now between front, back, mid pack. It doesn't matter. Everybody's eager to get going. And I do want to say, from one of the guys in chat earlier, he was shouting out Aaron. He started P13. He is currently up to 5th, so he's definitely making some good moves up there. He's getting up in front back, and interested to see where he takes this restart and where he goes from here.
Absolutely.
So once again, check it back out in chat. Who's going to finish third? We got until lap number 27. That's going to be the cutoff. Lap number 27 there for your chance tonight for that Dubby Energy Pack. So go ahead, get out in chat. Get in there. Who do you think is going to finish third place here tonight at Watkins Glen, the Thunder Series Inspired Racing League? Super ecstatic that you are all joining us here tonight. So glad to have you. We're coming off that final corner here. We're going to go around one more time. Expect these drivers to get stacked back up. Let's get that top 10 so I can write them off here, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got Elijah Fisher. He is out in front in that 16. He did not pit under that last caution. Again, we were talking a little bit about that. Keep that in mind. Ethan Soroski in that number 94. Trent Green in the 07. Pacey Wygent, that 00. Aaron Stanton, we were talking about. He's moving forward from the 13th spot up to 5th. That's your top 5 right now. Austin Hunt, Hayden Williams, Travis Farmer, Robert Willite. And that final driver there in the top 10, Cade Cannon.
Yeah,
great job coming to green. Pace lights are out on that pace truck.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. You know, it's also important to note here that, you know, of the drivers that started this race, we still have 16 drivers in the field.
Definitely these drivers willing to stay out on the track, even getting some damage. They're going to come down pit road, get that thing serviced back up, get back out on the track. We are coming to that green flag here, pacing under just a little bit of 55. Let's go ahead and pull up that track info one more time. A little bit bigger than a 2.5 mile, 2.62 miles around here, 1,541 feet of elevation here at Watkins Glen. 40 mile an hour pit road speed limit here tonight. So something we got to keep in mind, kind of trying to keep those drivers load up here under caution. Those tires definitely getting cool as we come down that backstretch. Only 3 more corners. We're getting green flag racing back here with the Thunder Series Inspired Racing League. The second caution coming to a close.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. One thing I wanted to note here, I just pulled up the weather. Look at how cold the track is and how the air temp is. It's really cold compared to what we see a lot of times, especially for ovals and road courses. You go down to Sonoma, California, you're going to see track temps that are much hotter than this. So being here in New York.
Out of that final corner comes the field. We are going back. Green flag here, the pace car down pit lane. We are back racing. Fisher out in front. We're going to keep an eye on him. He's moving forward, but that new tires is going to be enough of an advantage there for the 94. 3 wide coming into turn one. Little contact up front. Still green flag here. Nobody side by side. No longer up front. They were able to work it back out. In the back there, we're 3 wide again.
Wow. That was definitely very interesting there. You know, both drivers fight for real estate and not wanting to give an inch there. And Elijah coming out on top there.
And we see coming in to that hairpin, that number 1 and the 070 sideways in the grass.
That's Austin Hunn that went on in the grass.
Yeah, the 16 had a
Casey Wygen up front. He's fighting to move forward in that 3rd position.
Keep an eye on Aaron, guys. He's moved up to P4, trying to make a move on P3 here.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at P3 here, you got Casey Wygen in P3. Aaron Stanton trying to see if he can make a move. And I think the door just opened.
Making a move down on the inside. Woo. Oh no, contact down the front straightaway, side by side. We see the pass made, the 87, able to get around the 00 there, 27, excuse me, there of Aaron Stanton. He's still moving forward. He's up to 3rd.
He just needs to play his cards right.
Absolutely. Going back up here to the leader, Elijah still fending off Ethan and possibly a very full steam ahead Aaron Stanton.
In the grass a little bit on that left driver's side there. A little blink behind from the 94. Down through the curbs. Keeping that car as stable as you can through the curbs. Really important.
Give him a little bit of a bump and run there.
Yeah, absolutely. Elijah Fisher.
Off on the curbs. Wow, wide. Goes Fisher, that 16. He pulls right behind that 94. Looking to make a pass, maybe. No, bumps again.
Thought about returning the favor.
Absolutely.
The 3rd place Stanton, he sees this going on. He's licking his lips. He sees what's happening. He's going to make a pounce on that 16 of Fisher. Fortunately, not enough of a run there. Coming out of that final corner, down to turn number 1. Who's latest on the brakes here? Fortunately, Fisher able to hold him off steer here through 1.
If you're Ethan right now, you just want these 2 drivers behind you to just fight side by side so he can continue to gap the distance in front of behind them.
Yeah, definitely.
Quickly making his way up to that 16 of Fisher is Stanton, just pointing that out really fast as he approaching that 2nd place car.
What were you gonna say, Tyler?
One thing you want to keep an eye on, if you're Ethan right now, again, I'm not sure what his fuel numbers are, but I'm thinking it's going to be close if he can make it. Right now, all I'm thinking about is conserving, making sure that you don't have to stop again, if that's even an option, right? Because you know the 16 has to stop. If he's up your bumper, if he's putting pressure on you, that's fine. But track position, I know, is important as the 16 gets in really hot there. Going into turn 6.
Fisher wide, able to keep it straight back on the track. Now he's side by side with Stanton in that 27. Out of the final corner, drag race down the front stretch. Stanton able to overcome the 16 of Fisher.
Yeah, absolutely. Elijah was a little too hot entering the corner. Got it up on 2 wheels and realized he needed to settle that pony down real quick.
Great job by that 16, getting that car back under control after pushing just a little bit too hard. We like to push the edge here at Push the Edge Productions, but he pushed that limit just
is out.
Oh no.
Go ahead and see what happened. Austin Hudd involved, Daniel Lehman involved. Let's see what happened back here, guys. So right here, you look at the 95 of Austin Hund on your screen. Let's see what happened here for Austin Hund. On the inside of Travis. And, oh, just getting loose there. And, oh, no. Multiple drivers caught up in that one.
That's the worst kind of contact, too, is when you get right on your tire. That's the one that'll do the most damage. And sometimes the damage you can't fix.
Absolutely.
Caution flag number 3 out here for the Thunder Series at Watkins Glen. Fortunate turn of events, a little bit of bump in his racing. I definitely realize here the lap starting to wind down. We're on lap 18. That is less than 10 to go here in that chat. I'm checking back in with you guys. We got to see who is finishing third here tonight at the finale. End of 54 laps. Let's take that look at our race recap there.
Yeah, absolutely. Pulling that up here. Oh, not that. Hold on. Let me pull it up. There we are.
Wow.
So currently lap 20. Ethan Degrosky up front. Caution. 3 cautions for 7 laps and 3 lead changes. So definitely an eventful road course race.
Trying to take a look and see the lap times of the last few laps of these drivers. Who's really trying to push that car and get the most speed out there? We had a few there. Trying to see if I can find that info.
So
sadly, our last caution that was brought up by Austin, he was our pole sitter as well. So even some of the fastest guys out here can make the simplest mistakes going down to turn 1, maybe just a little bit too much rear brake and just looped it around.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the best lap times so far during this race, looks like the best lap time has been put down by your first place driver of Isa Strigowski in that number 94 of a minute 13 seconds .518. So he has put down your fastest lap tonight so far. So keep an eye out on those drivers. No, he is not actually. I just realized there's somebody. Austin Hund actually has put down your fastest lap, I just realized. And here they come down pit road. So as I said, I just corrected myself. Austin Hund, your fastest lap with a 1 minute 13.267. So it is definitely a fast track here tonight. As you see, Elijah Fisher and Trent Green both down pit road for a set of tires and fuel, as well as multiple other drivers. Got Ethan, Aaron, and Rob all staying out. So, when we were talking about fuel earlier, now we for sure know everybody that's pitting is going to have enough fuel. Should the 3 that stayed out have enough fuel, you think, Tyler?
They're still going to be on that limit from when they stopped earlier. I'm a little bit confused as to why they didn't come in, because regardless, you're going to be out tired now, right? So I'm trying to figure out why maybe they stayed out, but yeah, I mean, from here out, if everybody who did pit, they're set. As long as you don't burn your stuff up, you're going to be good to go to the end, assuming there's no more cautions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really excited to see a long green flag run. Who can really take care of them tires, because it's so important, a road course here. You really got to take care of the rights and the lefts. Of course, a lot of the ovals, you're only really worried about the front or the right rear. Here, of course, you're worried about the right front, left rear, and right rear. So, of course, a lot more to take in the weight balance and how you transfer the weight here in road course racing is just so different, such a different discipline. The best oval racers sometimes don't always make the best road course racers, but sometimes the best drivers always just rising to the top and finding their way forward no matter what they're driving.
Yeah, and this is one of my favorite cars to be able to run on iRacing is the O'Reilly's cars. Road course, oval, doesn't matter. One of the biggest things, that I focus on with road courses in this car is really not overloading the front. in which you really have to pay attention to that with all the undulation changes at Watkins Glen. But once you get later on in the run, the rear spin, the tire spin kind of goes away a little bit once everything gets gripped up. But you really, that's where you can lose a lot of your time at, is overheating the right front or the left front, and not getting a good center rotation out of the car. So that's one thing to really pay attention to, especially these front running guys that have got a couple more laps on their tires compared to everybody that just pit. So they got a little bit of a buffer. They're just going to need to take it easy, be smart with their car. Is it 27 coming down pit road right now?
Looks
Few
like
drivers making their way down pit road. Yes.
I don't blame him. He's got a whole lot of room to make up now, but I understand that call.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and pull up your driver cam again. Now let's watch the driver cam and ride with our friend Rob here. See what he does to prepare for this next race.
Looking at that 15, Rob Willite looking to be on the outside of the 94. The 94's been out front here quite a bit, so he's definitely a formidable opponent. Of course, all these drivers here, such great drivers, no matter what the skill level, all doing a great job here tonight. We see a few drivers there trying to just stay out of the way in the back. It looks like a little damage to the vehicles, so they're playing it smart. These front drivers up front, though, looking to take advantage of every spot that they can. This driving always leads to some great action, and Watkins Glen does not disappoint here today.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to take some time. I need to apologize to the 94. I just realized I've been saying his last name wrong all night. So, Ethan, apologies. Teresa stating in the last names that we've been butchering here tonight, Greg. So
Sikorsky, I believe, is the correct way to pronounce
yeah,
that.
Sikorsky. Yeah, I was butchering that. So, Greg, if you take a look, they set us last name so we don't keep butchering them.
I will say, Rob needs to get his lighting turned on.
Yeah. Yeah. I personally vibe with it. I personally only drive in the dark. Only thing that's lighting up in my setup is the screens in front of me. So as we get ready to go green flag racing here, who's it going to be on the restart? You got the 94 on the inside, the 15 on the outside. Here we go, green flag racing. We're back underway here at the Watkins Glen International. Going into the first quarter, we will see how hard you get on the brakes, how smooth you are, how easy you are. As you see, Rob taking it wide, falling back to fourth now. So you have to wonder what happens there. Ethan up front, Hazy Weidgett in second, Elijah Fisher up to third. As you continue to see here, battles going on all throughout the track here, all fighting for real estate, as that 94 car just smooth as rails here throughout this road course. Look at Elijah Fisher here, has the one car Hayden behind him coming for that third place position. Remember, folks, third place, lap 27, lock him in. Whoever third place whoever voting closes at lap 27, determine who gets third place, and you get a W's energy pack. So check it out. As we see Hayden up to that third place position, though.
A little side-by-side action back there for 7th position with Cade, Steele, Cannon.
Absolutely.
There's Rob. He's got his light on now.
Oh, yeah, they're laying down.
Oh.
Battle.
Hey, welcome back.
As we continue here, did we lose Greg for a minute?
That is for a slight second.
All right.
That's all right.
We'll keep it going here until Greg gets back.
I gotta step away. I'll be right back.
No problem. Oh, hey, look, his lights came on. Rob's lights came
Plenty
on.
of side-by-side action right here as we go into the bus stop for P5. We got a car off wide, come back into the grass. Everybody's getting
my
stacked
God,
up
they're
behind
3
them.
wide. Wow, look at that. As we continue here, good racing action back here. If you're in the back of the pack, I don't think it's safe for you right now. As you see, everybody side by side racing all the way up to the 27 car. The 27 car, actually, let's talk about him. Pitted late, and he had a long way to go, but he's already back up to 5th, Tyler.
Yeah, I see Elijah. Oh, I'm sorry, not Elijah.
That's Aaron Stanton.
Yeah, it did an update for me. He said he was 9th a minute ago, so he went from 9th to 5th in 1 lap. That's pretty good.
That is pretty dang good.
He's going to have to be pretty quick to catch these front guys without a caution, without any help. But I can definitely tell you right now, he's probably looking out of his mirror just as much as he is the front windshield of that car. With that little line of cars behind him, hopefully he can get a little bit of separation here between him and Travis as they go down the back stretch, getting ready to go back into the bus stop.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and tune in on your leader. Your leader up front, just smooth sailing here, folks. You know, he's liking what he's seeing. Fresh open air out front, and pretty fresh open air out back right now.
Yeah, Ethan is doing a really good job with, you know, a couple laps on his tires. All he's got to do right now is just manage his stuff, right? If he can make it on fuel to the end, then he is golden as he sits right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
No real big pressure from behind, so that's another big plus. The last thing he wants to see, again, this is on to the assumption that he can make it here to the end. The last thing that I would think he'd want to see is a caution.
Absolutely. You know, if you're Aaron Stanton, that's the one thing you do want to see right now with the way he's been moving.
Yeah, Aaron's gonna need some help. He got caught behind too many cars that were all gaggled up, and luckily he got around them all in 1 lap, but it was still just enough to hold him off to let the leaders kind of get a big gap between himself and the front few.
Yeah, absolutely. As we continue here, look at your leader, Ethan. Then you got Casey, Hayden, Elijah Fisher is in 4th, slowly trying to work his way back up, and then Aaron Stanton. You got Travis Farmer behind him.
Travis is right back up in the mix again.
Absolutely. Travis Farmer starting up in 2nd at the start of the thing, having an incident, falling back. And so we'll see if he can work his way up. But if you're Aaron Stanton and Travis Farmer, you want to see that caution flag come back out and not be involved in it.
Yeah, you're either hoping for a caution to get everybody bunched back up, or you're hoping for everybody else in front of you that's going to have to pit, which I don't think they're going to need to. But
hey, folks, final lap right now here, folks. Make your picks. Who is going to lead? Who is going to be finish position number 3 tonight? Make your picks right now here, folks, as the laps are starting to wind down. At the end of when the leader comes across the stripes, the votes will be closed.
final laps for the. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have just been informed that Greg's power went out. So,
oh no!
So we're gonna be without Greg for a minute, but hopefully it comes back up shortly. I think it's a good thing I didn't let him do the broadcast tonight on his end.
Yeah, that was lucky on our end, I guess.
Well, me and Greg were discussing it because I had tornado warnings. He's like, "Oh, I can do the broadcast if you need me to." I'm like, "Yeah, you may need to." We'll decide at 7:30 We'll decide at 7:30 if you're doing it or I'm doing it. Well, I guess it's a good thing the storms cleared out when they did.
So keep an eye on those front two between Pacey and Ethan, because Pacey, not this past lap, but the lap before, he just ran his fastest lap. So he's starting to make a little bit of room. Their last lap that they just came across the line with was pretty even, but Pacey definitely heating up here to try and get to that front spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. As we continue here, votes are closed, by the way, folks. Votes are closed. No more voting to see who finishes P3. We will have a winner for you at the end of tonight's conclusion of tonight's race. So stay tuned if you voted. See if you win a pack of W Energy.
Ethan seems to be very good through the bus stop.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, through the carousel.
Absolutely, he does. So as we continue here, Ethan's still out front. Pacey in second. Hayden third. Elijah fourth. And fifth being Aaron Stanton. So, as you see, Travis Farmer right behind Aaron still, though.
Yeah, Travis just being patient, really putting the pressure on the car in front of him and hoping for a mistake. But I have a feeling if he's got any speed that he thinks he can get to the front with, he's going to be trying to make that move here soon.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to wonder when he's going to make that. As we see, what's my guess? My guess right now, looking at who we have where, if this thing goes to the end green flag, I got Hayden Williams finishing third right now. He's spaced out enough between Pacey and Fisher right now that I think he's got third pretty much locked in right now, I think. But we will have to see, though, here, folks, as we continue. Don't look now, but Pacey closing in on your leader. As Pacey wides it, slowly closing in on your leader, Tyler, you have to wonder, as those tires start to wear off.
Yeah, and Pacey might just be he might just be very patient right now. No sense in him burning his stuff up to immediately get around Ethan, especially if they're on different tire strategies right now. So Ethan is definitely, I've been watching him the last couple of laps. He's definitely driving the car pretty hard. So Pacey really just needs to be patient and stay on him. Keep the pressure on him, be there, be ready to strike for when he's comfortable to do so, and just hope that a caution doesn't come back out to re-rack this group.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely something, I feel like half the field wants to see a caution, half the field doesn't want to see a caution is the current situation.
That's how it always works, man. You got one group that wants one thing and another wants a completely separate occasion to happen.
Absolutely. Theresa's asking you, Tyler, what's your guess? Who do you think's going to finish P3 tonight?
If we stay green, it's looking like Hayden.
Bobby Hadaway
hey,
has
boys, I think I got power. I'm loading back in if I can.
All right.
Gotcha.
Bobby Hadaway has an issue, it looks like. Let's see what happened to him. Oh, going into that corner way too hot, it looks like. And just losing it over the bumps. Wow. As we see Ethan still out front, actually expanded that lead. Expanded that lead on Pacey. Pacey was closing in there for a little bit. I wonder what happened there that caused that lead to expand.
Just want to give a big thank you to everybody here live with us. Greg Thilesen up in the booth here, joined by Chris Maxwell, Tyler Daniels. 24 laps to go, the Inspired Racing League Thunder Series, the Xfinity cars around Watkins, Glen. Super excited to have you guys here with us. If you're live watching the broadcast or if you're watching the recorded video, I want to thank you just so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you're back. Heard your power went out. I guess I was making a joke, Greg. I said, I guess it's a good thing that we didn't let you do the broadcast tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I went on Facebook and a thing down the street popped because I heard it. So
yeah, in watching lap times right now, I think Pacey's got a little bit more in his car than Ethan does. Ethan last lap, and this is with a little bit of lap traffic, but the last few laps, Ethan's run a 13.9 is the lowest he's been in the last 5 or so laps. 2 laps ago, Pacey ran his best lap at a 13.5, so definitely gonna want to keep an eye out for.
Oh no, the number 9 car.
Reeling that in.
The number 9 car.
Oh.
Number 9 car, Cade Steel Cannon, has an issue. Let's see what happened here.
Spin in turn 1.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like getting loose in the corner and spinning around. Tried to pull a Cleus McFarland drift and just couldn't make it stick, I guess.
Luckily, we stay green.
Absolutely. As we continue here, you still see the 94 of Ethan up front here, showing the way. But that that 94 car, that 00 car, slowly lurking in the shadows, being very patient, waiting for a right time to strike as we have 22 laps to go.
Ethan definitely aggressive on the rear tires there coming out of turn 7.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Casey's just being, it looks like he's being real smart about his tires, right? He's not hugging the wheel one way or the other and binding the car up off the corner. So he's probably just biding his time and waiting for Ethan to maybe make a mistake or another caution to come out and re-rack, or he's just taking some laps off before he wants to make his move.
Absolutely.
But he's still right there in striking distance.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we continue here, Hayden is 1.5 laps short on fuel in fuel saving mode, is what we have just been told. So we'll have to keep an eye out here on the number 1 car of Hayden Williams. So you have to wonder if Hayden is a lap and a half short on fuel, what is an Ethan then?
I will tell you in just a minute. I'm going back to check when
Ethan
last pit.
Ethan last pitted on lap number 9.
When was Hayden's last?
20.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I don't think our fuel calculations were correct there, Tyler.
Yeah, it's
Travis Farber, Elijah Fisher headed down pit road right now.
Now, to be fair, earlier when I was trying to figure out the fuel calculation aspect, I just loaded into my car and looked at the fuel map.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering if maybe without going out there and running any laps, it didn't have the correct averages.
I don't think you had the correct averages there calculated.
Yeah, I know. So I'm wondering if Travis, you said Travis was pitting?
Travis has 1.5 laps. Travis Farber and Elijah Fisher both pitted.
So I'm wondering if they can make it from here.
As Aaron Stanton down pit road now. So we're going to start seeing green flag pit stops here. You have to wonder how long is Ethan going to go, especially with Pacey Wygant right on his bumper.
If I'm Ethan and if I can make it from here with other people coming into pit as well, I'm trying to try and pit as soon as I can, because you don't want to run the risk of getting caught with a caution and then everybody getting out in front of you because you waited to pit, right? So if you can make it from here and you're good to go, I'm coming down pit road very quickly.
Absolutely. As you see on your screen right now, Bobby Hadaway has had an issue there. Got a little loose and was able to keep it straight, but definitely slowed him down a little bit. As you see here, Ethan still showing the way here. You know, if you're Ethan, you have to start deciding if others are pitting, do you pit as well? So we will see here shortly as he does not pit this lap. He's still going. You're good. I
saw third place back there coming down pit road.
Yes, Hayden Williams going down pit road. You're good, Greg. Don't worry about it. Me and Tyler got you covered for now. So,
yeah, Greg, you're good, buddy. Get your stuff straight.
Oh yeah. As you see Hayden coming down pit road, if Hayden's coming down pit road last pit at lap 20, that really makes me wonder how close Ethan's really running it.
Yeah, at this point, Ethan's just going to run the tank out, I'm guessing. I don't know if that's his best bet or not, but again, if I'm him, I'm coming down pit road immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. You know, that is definitely something you want to think about, because you just, I don't know. That's definitely interesting.
Well, if you got a car that wants to come down pit road and they have a mistake and bring out a caution, or even coming off pit road on cold tires and bring out a caution, he's going to get set back because he's going to have to pit.
Yeah,
he's going to get set back behind everyone who just did pit. So As we see, a car stopped over there in turn, I believe, 7.
Yeah, that was Paul Cox in the number 24. That was. So as we continue here, it makes us wonder what the strategy is here for the number 94. As we see here, we got telemetry, and if we're doing the math here, they're on lap 36, and he last pitted on lap 9. He's 27 laps on fuel. He's, yeah. Yeah, telemetry's telling us he's low.
Yeah, and if he pits now, we know he can make it to the end, so.
Absolutely. He's still going, though. Looking at his telemetry, he's still full throttle ahead. He's not necessarily saving, per se.
But he's really having to wait on the front tires to turn.
Absolutely.
I've noticed it a lot there through the carousel.
Absolutely, he is. No, he still doesn't come down pit road. I'm definitely interested to see how long he's going to wait.
Now, again, if there's no issues on the racetrack from here out, he's good. He's set sail. He's fine. He's no problem, right? So maybe he's just not worried. Maybe he's just banking on the idea that there's no more cautions coming out. You know, he runs with these guys almost every week, so maybe he knows them well.
Yeah.
Being a spectator, it definitely makes me a little weary.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. As you see, he's not letting up any. He's just full go. So
No, there's no point in being cautious, right? He should be full tilt right now until he goes to pit road, and then even after, he's got nothing to hold out for. You can't necessarily anticipate a caution, but I mean, I still don't see why he's staying out. You're doing, you know, you're running your tires longer than need be. Maybe he's just trying to keep as many laps led. I don't know if he gets bonus points or not, but either way, doing a great job managing his lead here and getting lap times put down.
yeah, absolutely. We'll have to wait and see when he does.
Here he comes.
Here he comes, finally coming down pit road. Pacey Wygant gonna take over the lead. Pacey, as you see on the telemetry right here, still is in the good. So Pacey will not have to pit. So we'll see how long Ethan has to pit for. As if you look over here at Ethan, he's still going down pit road. The 10 car also pitting, actually. And the next car is going to be the 7 car. That's Jackson Hadaway. So Ethan's still on pit road. Jackson Hadaway going past. Cade Steele going past. Ethan now off pit road, back on the track, exiting 4th. But now you wonder, should you have pitted earlier? As I think the double zero is going to have enough fuel to make it the end here. There's no reason that they're going to stop unless a caution comes out.
When did Pacey last pit?
Pacey last pit at lap 20. So maybe Pacey would have to pit.
Yeah, with the caution laps, it would be close.
It would be close. As we heard earlier, Hayden Williams, who was also pit on lap 20, was 1.5 laps to not to the good. So you have to wonder.
So if I'm Pacey, maybe that's what he was doing a few minutes ago by staying behind Ethan, right? Is just coasting and saving some fuel. Maybe he's closer to the good now.
Yeah, absolutely. You do have to wonder that, nonetheless. As we continue here, is definitely interesting to think about.
One thing to look for if you really want to see if a driver is trying to save fuel or not is, one, you know, are they still shifting aggressively, getting down in the corners? They're downshifting aggressively. Are they staying in a low gear or running in high gear?
No,
sometimes you can tell guys coasting. So
no, Pacey's definitely not downshifting nearly as much. At watching the telemetry here, running it in 3rd gear not even dropping down to 2nd, just running it in 3rd gear through the corners.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's what's best to do to help with your rear tire as well. So helps the car rotate better through the corner by not overheating the rears, being in that high gear.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking back here at the number 94 of Ethan, currently closing on Cade's Cannon here for third. So we'll see. Gonna see what happens here as Ethan been a strong, dominant car all night. 00 has to pit, question mark. We are unsure. Pacey definitely is saving fuel though and kind of coasting it. So we'll have to wait and see if Pacey will have to come down to pit for fuel or not. But as of right now,
Ethan,
go ahead.
Ethan making quick work of Cade Steele there.
Yeah. Ethan making quick work and coming for Hadaway in second now. Hadaway only in front by 2.5 seconds, and that gap is quickly closing.
Got away with a little bit of damage. You know, I saw him earlier in the race and some of the stuff that he was having to deal with, and still the overall speed of the car. And I wanted to say to keep an eye on Jackson earlier on, but didn't want to jinx him or myself. But definitely a car that I've been watching from the green flag drop.
Yeah, absolutely. Jackson involved in that incident earlier on today. Him and the number 9 of Cade Steele went around through the chicane there. So we'll have to keep an eye out as you see him running in fourth gear. Running it through fourth gear through the quarters here. So he's also on a fuel saving method, and I don't know if that's necessarily the best play right now with Ethan coming in hot.
Well, sometimes all you can do is run your own race, right?
Absolutely. As we continue here, folks, we see Ethan make the pass on Hadaway here for second now, going across the line. Now, the only person left to catch is Pacey Wygant. And looking at Pacey's nice and smooth, keeping it third gear, coasted through the quarters, not necessarily mashing on the gas per se. So
it's a little under half a lap gap between first and second at this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep an eye on your gaps. Keep an eye on that second place gap for the leader. Currently, 30 seconds and closing rapidly. So you just have to wonder here, how long is there enough laps for Pacey to stay out front, and are there enough laps? Are there a little enough laps that Pacey won't have to pit? As currently 12 laps to go, 42 laps completed of this race.
If I'm Pacey, I am trying to save whatever fuel I need as quickly as I can, so that way I can run harder at the end of this race if necessary. As big of a lead as he has, he could clutch halfway down the front stretch into turn 1 to really, really hard fuel save and get that extra margin that he needs. And then he's smooth sailing once he gets to that number. He can drive however hard he wants and keep that gap between him and Ethan. And the only issue after that would be if a caution comes out. But I think at this point, if a caution did come out, most drivers, if not all drivers, would be coming down pit road for some fresh tires. So keep that in mind as well, as we see that was about a 2-second cut from Ethan to Pacey in that one lap there. So not sure if there's going to be enough time without any help from some outside influence.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at the telemetry, Pacey's definitely going to cut it close here. You know, it's showing the red E indicator right now on telemetry for Pacey. So we'll keep an eye on that telemetry throughout the rest of the broadcast. But Pacey's still out front. Ethan slowly closing in, though. So you have to wonder, pit times here. Time on pit in the pits is if you're just getting fuel. This is another question I gotta ask you, Tyler. If you go to pit lane, if you're Pacey and go to pit lane, do you even wait for the tires, or do you just gas and go?
No, I might just be gas and go with the big lead that he has. Unless that lead starts to drop exponentially, it may just be worth, if you want to save a good top spot finish. I don't think he come out with the lead. It's definitely going to take a round or more. I haven't timed it 30 seconds to go down pit road. But
yeah, absolutely.
I would think, well, let's really figure this out. Here, I can tell you right now. 14.4. It's about a second difference between Ethan's lap times and that's tough. Yeah, between Pacey and Ethan. The only thing is, Pacey, we're going to assume, is still being easy on the car. So he may have a little bit left in, but I doubt it's enough to really close that 1 second lap time gap.
Yeah, absolutely. Pit lane time here at Watkins Glen, 47 seconds total. And your pit time is normally about 6 seconds if you're just getting gas.
Yeah, so that would put him almost out of the top 10. So I think Pacey's only chance right here is if he has enough fuel to get to the end. If not, he's just going to have to settle for wherever he comes out after pit road.
Yeah, absolutely. As we continue here, slowly but surely, being nice and easy on that car. Want to take this time, shout out our partners that support our broadcast. Thank you to Bright Flame Consulting for their support of the Push the Edge Productions broadcast. And thank you to Admin Box for their support. Admin Box is a iRacing control key box. So you can use it to do your iRacing control and race. Honestly, I actually talked to some people that actually use it out of the box. That manage leagues and stuff. They said it is a dream to use that while racing, so you don't have to necessarily use your mouse. Oh no, Rob Wilhoit getting loose and spinning in front of your leader of Pacey.
I bet you that made Pacey want to change his shorts there.
Yeah, I definitely would do that for me there. As we see here, Aaron standing up to third right now.
Yeah, Aaron was the guy that I wanted to make a bet on earlier for finishing P3. He's definitely had a decent speed in the car all night, and once everything cycled through, I think he was the car that went from 9th to 5th in that one lap, and he was looking pretty good back then and still looking good now.
Yeah, between Pacey and Aaron, 21 spots gained, combining their two. Pacey up 11, Aaron up 10 from the start of the night's race. Rob who? Rob Wilhoit. That's Rob Wilhoit. What about him? As we continue here, 8 laps to go, the distance. Pacey may have to pit still, yes. Last pit on lap 20, definitely getting close on gas, but Pacey has been conserving a little bit, so we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Since you said that, I want to actually make that correction. Pacey last lap ran a 14 flat. Ethan with a 14.5, so maybe not conserving as much as we think here.
Yeah, maybe not. As they continue here, you definitely have to wonder now, how much fuel does Pacey have? This is definitely going to be a fuel mileage race for Pacey, though. As we continue here, folks.
Again, if I was Pacey in this situation early on, from the moment that he had a pretty decent gap, I'm trying to fuel save everything I need to. That way at the end, if I need it, I've got the ability to, 1, know if I have to pit, or 2, push right at the end if necessary. As I'm actually on board with Ethan right now. He is sliding the rears coming out of the final corner, really trying to dig and get up any ground he can to try and catch our leader here tonight,
Yeah.
Pacey Wiggin.
Yeah, Pacey just very good here right now, being up front, and really, like, it's definitely interesting because we talk about Hayden Williams. We talked about earlier, they said he was a lap and a half not good on fuel. Pacey had pitted at the same exact time that Hayden did. So definitely something interesting to think about there. As we continue here, hey, did we have anybody claim Aaron Stanton as the third place finisher tonight? I'm gonna look up.
I should have. I wanted to.
yeah. I'm gonna look up in chat, see if we had anybody choose him. I'm looking now. So I don't know necessarily if we had anybody choose Aaron, but definitely if we did, their odds are looking pretty good right now.
As we have Paul Cox stopped in the off lane in the bus stop. I'm not sure why he's just sitting there, but hopefully that doesn't bring out a caution. That's the last thing we would all want.
Yeah. Well, we have Cade here, who jumped to the pits actually. So let's see what happened here. Oh, just parked it and jumped to the pits. All right. Sounds good.
He just left. He said he was done.
He said I'm done here. Have a good day, guys. No, nobody chose him. Unfortunately, Aaron Stanton did not get chosen. He's looking like the best outcome right now. As we look here at your leader, Pacey Wygant, coming up on lap traffic here.
And it was Paul Cox. He is back underway.
Yeah.
So no longer stopped on the racetrack.
Oh, wide goes
Big.
Trent Green.
Yeah. Or Bobby Hathaway?
No, that was Trent Green, I think. Yeah, that was Trent Green. Trent Green.
In turn one?
No, not in turn one. Turn one was Daniel Lehman. But
I had Bobby Hathaway going wide in turn one as soon as you said the same thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, as you see Trent Green going wide into the sand trap. Oh no. That's not good. You hate to get in the sand traps.
Keep an eye on this battle for third as well between Aaron and Travis. Travis still right there up the back bumper. Both of these cars are driving pretty hard.
You know what? I actually think somebody chose Travis Farmer for third, so it'd be kind of funny. Yeah, I think they said. I think it was. Hold on, let me see. Where? Yeah, Theresa said I'm gonna choose Farmer even though it doesn't count. So Theresa, they get the W energy for herself. So
she's got 3 laps to go before her driver tries to make that move for her.
Absolutely. Travis,
yeah, that gap between Ethan and Pacey really not covering out much either. I think it's a 27.1 right now to the 28 something that it was earlier.
Yeah, exactly. So
Pacey still keeping great lap time in the car. He slowed down a little bit he slowed down a whole second. He went from running 14.4s to a 15.3 last lap. So maybe some lap traffic came into play, but also maybe some hard fuel saving coming in.
Well, he did just get through lap traffic. 2 cars were in front of him. He was trying to get around. So
yeah,
definitely, even if lap traffic was the cause of that, that still conserves fuel a little bit. So
as long as it didn't hold you up too much.
Yeah, absolutely. With 3 laps to go, Pacey Wygant going the way through the chicanes here. Seeing what...
You can definitely cut into that lead last lap.
Yeah, it did. As you see, it's definitely... that lead's definitely being cut into, definitely. As you see. Bobby Hathaway had an issue.
Yeah. Casey coming to the start-finish line now with 2 laps to go.
Absolutely, 2 laps to go for Pacey Wyatt, starting in the 12th place position, up to the lead. Oh wow, there's people spinning behind Pacey though.
We got a little loose, but it's all right. Lap cars having some fun back there as long as they don't do anything crazy to bring a caution out.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure Pacey is just fine with that.
Yeah, I'm sure. As long as the track doesn't get blocked, Pacey's all good with this. 24-second gap from second. Pacey Wyatt showing the way here. Go ahead, go look at your battle for third. Travis Farmer's trying to see if he can get up to Stanton here. As Pacey Wyatt still going the way here, getting ready to take the white flag here shortly.
If I'm Travis in this situation trying to get into P3, I'm waiting until the final lap to do it for sure, but also really trying to learn where my car is better than him, if it is. He may not have a better car right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at that battle for third.
Big spin into the bus stop.
Wow.
Oh, Travis is there.
White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here at Watkins Glen. Here's a battle for third. Travis Farmer to the inside. See if he can get it. The preferred line is the inside, so see if Travis does a crossover here going into this quarter. Has to get on the binders a little bit. Doesn't send it in as deep. Sends it in a little deep, but not as much going into the final quarter before the straightaway. Here, wow.
Aaron got a little bit free coming out of 7.
Yeah, absolutely. Aaron Stan getting a little free. Gonna bobble a little bit. Here they go into the turn number 1. On the
Travis got loose.
Wow. Travis got loose there. Definitely, he's got one last shot at the bus stop, I think, but that's about all she wrote, I think, if he can't get up there before the bus stop.
He's going to have the bus stop to really set himself up to get close to Aaron and get through the carousel really well with him and hopefully be close to him going into turn 6 and maybe set him up for a pass going into turn 7. That's his real best shot here as he closes that gap coming into the bus stop.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll keep on that battle. But your winner tonight here at the Watkins Glen International, Pacey Wyatt, gonna take the win here tonight.
Great run by Pacey. Great job.
Absolutely. Well, we still got a battle here for third, so let's keep an eye on this one.
I don't think it's going to be a big sin if Travis thinks he's going to make that work.
I don't think he is. I think
No.
Aaron's got it.
I think Travis is going to settle in for 4th right there while Aaron takes it home in P3. Oh, Aaron in the wall. Travis trying to make the pass coming to the start-finish line.
Oh, Aaron got it by a
so close.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So close. And wow, that was great.
What a good final lap there, guys. Good job.
That was awesome. Your winner, the number 00 of Pacey Wyatt, winning here at the Watkins Glen International. Your second place gonna be Ethan here. Ethan Sikorsky in second, and third place gonna be Aaron Stanton. Your top 3. We'll go ahead and pull up your podium finishers here. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Awesome finish here tonight.
And I'll say this, Ethan cut into that lead hard there at the end. He took it from, 27, 28 seconds with 3 or 4 laps to go to finishing with a 16-second gap. So he was pressing hard for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I when we interview Pacey, I definitely want to know how close on fuel he was, because gosh, that gotta be close.
Yeah, what a good drive by Pacey for sure. And same goes to Ethan. He may not have had the right pit strategy in comparison, but he gave it everything he had and had a car that was definitely capable.
Well, Pacey has enough fuel for victory burnouts at least, though. I'm not sure how much fuel, but he's got enough. Your victory burnouts here for your winner of the Inspired Racing League Thunder Series at Watkins Glen. Parking it right there on the start-finish line. Hey, folks, We'll be right back right after a quick ad read to interview your top 3. We'll be right back after this, folks. Don't go anywhere. You're going to stay right with us.
Admin Box is built by iRacers for iRacers for use in league and hosted races.
Connected to iRacing simulation.
The goal? To make race control as easy as possible. Each admin box features pre-programmed commands, no key binding. Get your discount code and go to adminbox.com.
All right, folks, here we are. We're back once again. Let's hear from your winner here. Casey Wygett taking home the win here at Watkins Glen International. Man, I just have to ask right off the rip. First off, congratulations on the win. How close were you on fuel?
I still had half a lap left when I crossed the finish line. So.
Oh, half a lap, that's nothing, man. Well, congratulations on the win, man. That was something we were talking about all night. We got told around lap 38 that Hayden and Williams, who last pitted at that point, pitted the same time you did, was a lap and a half short. So we were definitely wondering how close you were. Man, how'd that race go, and how'd you manage to stay up front as well as you did?
I really like the road courses and the NASCARs, so I've always been pretty good at them. I've always seemed to know how to save my equipment. So that's pretty much all it is. I just run it. I think I had like 7 laps of practice. The only practice I returned the entire time was right when I jumped in the session here, so.
Well, that's all you needed, evidently. Throughout the night, we seen Ethan Sikorsky up front for a long bit of this race. Did you know he was gonna have to pit? What were you kind of thinking?
Oh, yeah, I knew he was gonna have to pit because he stayed out there in that last caution. So I knew I could just pace myself, and pacing myself just happened to be keeping up with him. So I could save enough fuel. I just knew I needed to constantly be in like 13.7s to about a 14.5, and if I could consistently do that, I would be just fine saving. So yeah, there was really no pressure on passing anything because I knew he was going to have to pit, but it was more pressure on myself just having to hit my marks.
Absolutely. Leading the way here as you did, when it comes to Watkins Glen, how hard is it to conserve your equipment like your fuel tires here?
I mean, with it being such a high-speed track, well, road course at that, it's actually quite a bit easier to save at least fuel here. Tires are a different story. That just comes from years of experience. But the fuel, it's just, you back off your braking points 100 yards, let the car coast instead of hard brake. I mean, you're saving a tenth fuel every lap. So, and not to mention, you're not slowing down at all, so you're still running the same speed.
Absolutely. So. Well, great work from you there. Second thing I gotta tell you is you won tonight. You had almost a 30-second gap on Ethan. That last lap, he closed in on you pretty close. He got down to a 15-second gap. So definitely we see that. We were like, oh no, but you were by the start finish line by that point. You're safe there. Tyler, you got any questions?
Yeah, man. Just kind of, give us a little bit of insight. You were a pretty big mover at the start of this race, I believe. So, manage your way through traffic. How was it there at the beginning of the race to try and get up front?
Well, I just opted to not qualify. There were some comments made before the race saying how it was just going to be a pacey show, so I decided not to qualify to give the field not really a chance, but to give myself more of a challenge, I guess. And it definitely was a little bit harder to work my way through the field than I was expecting. But no, that it was just purely because I didn't want to qualify. So
Fair,
that's
fair
pretty much
enough.
where it came from.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
there's nothing wrong with saying at the end of the night, you know, our race winner was a very confident driver from start to finish. He kept the nose on it in one piece, kept his tires in good shape, and had barely enough gas to make enough of a lap to come back and do another burnout or do a burnout right there at the end. And I gotta say, man, good drive, good job being patient there with Ethan. You know, right in front of you there for that while. I know it's sometimes it can be hard with that carrot right in front of you and not try and chase it and go by it. So, congrats on the win tonight, man, and good job keeping the car in one piece.
Thank you.
All right, Pacey, before we let you go here, is there anybody you want to thank, anybody you want to shout out for your win here tonight?
Yeah, I gotta shout out the wife for letting me do this every time I actually do it. Shout out the kids for sleeping. Daniel for keeping me company tonight. No teammates tonight for me. So, and that's actually why I lost so much time on the last laps, because I was trying to let him and Ty by so they could at least race it.
There you go.
And yeah, shout out to you guys for broadcasting. I believe this is your guys' first broadcast with us, so.
Well, it's not. It's kinda. So Greg and
Under
me
the new name.
It's under the new name. So yeah, first time broadcasting this series under the new name. Yes. So it was fun.
Gotcha.
It was fun to broadcast this race and see you guys do your stuff. Well, will we see you next week?
Probably not next week. I'm just gonna try to stick to more of the road course stuff and the play tracks because they're just wild. So
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your win, and we will see you next time. Pacey YJ, your winner here tonight. Moving on to your second place finisher, you got Ethan here, the number 94 Ethan, dominating this race for a majority of the laps, but a late pit stop fell to second. Unfortunately, man, what a run! You looked bad fast out there, and looked like you had this race in the back of your palm until you had a pit.
Yeah, I just got off sequence there, and I was trying to think of something else, but yeah, no, Pacey's always been fast, and obviously he knows how to save his stuff, and just had the right strategies. So it's unfortunate. I'm getting real sick and tired of constantly finishing second Saturdays, but it is what it is. I'll take another runner-up. But yeah, no, it was a good night, and I had a lot of fun.
Absolutely, we were interested in why you didn't pit a lap 20 when everybody else did. What was your thought going into that?
I was thinking because, well, we're obviously not going to be able to make it, and that was the plan. Just pit one more time and just go balls to the walls and try to make it to the end. But unfortunately, somebody else knew how to save better than me, so that's what happened.
Ethan, if you don't mind, give us a little bit of a rundown of what happened there at the beginning of the race. I think it was you and Travis that got caught up in an incident with there was a lap down car. Give us a little bit of insight on what you saw out the window for that one.
Oh, that was just inexperience from the 24. He was parked it on the apex and going into the mud stop, and just got in both mine and Travis's way, and pretty much killed his night, or Travis's, and just inexperience, really. I mean, I'm not trying to bash anybody or trying to call anybody out, but that's really all it boils down to. And if you don't know how to get out of the way, then that's what's going to happen. And he should have just kept his line and just ran his marks, but instead he did what he did, or just cut through the chicane. That would have been better too, but I don't know. It is what it is.
Absolutely. Well, finishing runner-up here at Watkins Glen. You got anybody to thank for your finish? Anybody to shout out?
Just every teammates for helping me out and keeping me laughing. So the times that I'm getting a little angry, they keep me in check. And shout out to you guys. This is your first time doing this league?
Yes. So me and Greg did the Wednesday night race. But this is our first time doing the Saturday night race. It was a good showing, though, nonetheless. as well as
Wow.
under the new company name. So yeah, Greg,
Well,
Greg unfortunately had his power go out mid podcast. We'll hopefully get that fixed back up.
yeah. Well, it's nice having you guys around.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely. Congratulations, nonetheless, on a runner-up finish. Will we see you next week?
depends if my Wi-Fi is acting up. I'm lucky that it didn't act up this week.
Absolutely, we understand those troubles.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Ethan finishing up here second. Congratulations. We will see you next time. Moving on to your third place driver. Let's see if he's available. He is. We're going to pull him up. Number 27, Aaron Stanton, finishing in the third place position here. Aaron, what a run tonight, man. Up 10 spots from the start tonight. We were talking about we were talking about your run here, and you made quick work there after that last caution. Started 9th, made it up to 5th, and we were honestly wondering how far you were gonna go. And what a good run.
I have pretty good pace around here, but I can't really compete with Pace and Ethan. Those are the road course guys, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
me, I'm still kind of learning the road course side of things, but I think I'm just generally good in a stock car, which makes me pretty good around road courses on them.
Absolutely. Well, for still learning the road courses, you learned it pretty dang well here tonight, man. Tell us about that last caution, that last green flag restart. Started 9th, made your way up to 5th within a lap. Tell us about that.
I just kept it as low as I could in the turn 1, and I kind of just passed everybody. I don't know. They all just overdrove the corner, to be honest.
Well, there you go. That's all you need, I guess.
Hey, what was it? I think Denny Hamlin at Nashville, he said, I'm not going to outdrive Christopher Bell going into turn 1. I'm just going to run the fastest line that I know how to do, and it paid off for him. And in that last lap, just like it paid off for you here tonight to gain all those positions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I realized that I kind of messed up my strat. I should have pitted there, so I was talking to my teammate Ethan. I was like, man, I think we should have pitted. So I just took the L on the next time we went around to the pits and got the penalty and started in the back. But
Yeah,
I think it ultimately helped me.
Yeah, that was honestly interesting. We were watching it, and as we see them get double foul, Tyler mentioned, "Oh, 27's going to the pits," and we're like, "Oh, that's interesting." But you know what? Hey, that may have been what got you third place tonight. So, tell us, what was the strategy going into tonight?
Just to try to keep my points lead. I seen that Colin or Mike didn't show up, so I just knew I just pretty much just had to get a good solid finish to send the points lead, and yeah, that was pretty much my goal.
Absolutely. Well, you definitely did that. So, with that said, let's go ahead and ask you. You got anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out for tonight's third place finish?
Thank you guys for broadcasting, and thank Elijah and everybody for putting this league on. It's always fun.
Absolutely, man. Well, will we see you next week? The question becomes now.
Oh, for sure. I love New Hampshire.
Absolutely. Well, Aaron Stanton, rounding out your top 3 here, finishing third here tonight. Folks, congratulations on your third place finish. We'll see you next week. All right?
Good job, Aaron.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. And with that, folks, that is going to bring our night here to a close. I was informed that nobody picked Aaron Stanton to finish third here tonight. So unfortunately, that W Energy Pack gonna stick with the Inspired Racing League here tonight. So with that, Tyler, what do you think of tonight's race? You were a first-time viewer here to the Inspired Racing League's Thunder Series, asked if you could tag along. What's your take on tonight?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good league. You got guys that are obviously we've seen some pretty experienced guys. We've got some guys at the they might be a little bit newer or getting used to these cars. So the talent level in this series is pretty widespread, which is good. That's what you want, right? You want people to feel welcome to come in, no matter how quick you are, or if you're learning or not. So it seems like a pretty good group of guys, something that you know, a little bit everybody can learn from in here, and yeah, everybody drove a pretty good race. Definitely glad that you guys brought me on, especially with Greg having the issues that he was having tonight. Glad I could keep you company, Chris.
Absolutely.
Appreciate y'all bringing me on, and it was a good showing from tonight's group.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I'm sure we'll have you on some more broadcasts if you're free, But with that said, folks, that is all for tonight's broadcast here with the Push the Edge Productions. My name is Christopher Maxwell. I want to thank you all for watching tonight's broadcast. Thank you to all our partners that support our broadcast. That is Bright Flame Consulting, and Admin Box. Check out both of them for when you are looking for stuff. With that said, though, thank you all so much for watching Push the Edge Productions. My name is Christopher Maxwell. He's Tyler Daniels. And with all that said, I want to say good night, God bless, and remember to find the limit. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for Rogue Racing, where Tyler will be racing tomorrow, racing at Indianapolis in the Gen 4 Cup cars. See what Tyler can do and the others. So
Trying to compete for that championship.
Try to win, take the lead for that championship, maintain his lead. So with that said, folks, we'll see you all tomorrow. Don't miss any of the action. Be sure to subscribe, follow our pages, and with that said, we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Admin Box is built by iRacers for iRacers, for use in league and hosted races.
Connected to iRacing simulation.
The goal? To make race control as easy as possible. Each admin box features pre-programmed commands, no key binding. Get your discount code and go to adminbox.com.